DaKid supports Operation Rainfall. Now, people want Nintendo to localize Xenoblade, Pandora's Tower, and The Last Story. Because really, this year, we and Nintendo games have just been in a drought. And yeah, it's just been in a drought. I mean, the only games I'm looking forward to is Kirby Wii and The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which is kind of pretty sad. I mean, really, I didn't purchase any other new game for my Wii today this year. So they need to localize these games because really it's just a drought. It's just a really big gaming drought, and we have to wait till the Wii U come out, and even with that, we haven't even heard any solid releases for any games. We don't even know when the system's coming out. We don't know. We know the third party games which coming out, but when is that? And what is Nintendo planning for the system? What games are they planning for that? We don't even know that. So for the Wii is basically in its last moments, basically. Since the Wii U was, announced, it's basically confirmed that, this is probably the last year of the Wii, since Wii U is coming next year. So, I mean, they can at least let us enjoy it. I mean, by giving us Xenoblade and The Last Story and Pandora's Tower. And what I really want is Pandora's Tower more so than any other game because, it's a new Nintendo IP. If anything should get localized, is that it's a Nintendo IP. I mean, it's not like the third party like Xenoblade and The Last Story, but it's actually an IP. So people want that. I mean, it looks cool too. It got good reviews by Japanese magazines and Japanese internet sites. So people want that localized. Will it really be so much work to get some common anime dub voice actors and subtitle the game and localize it to America? I mean, and Europe. I mean, is that so hard? I mean, even Europe is getting Xenoblade, and I heard that they were getting The Last Story. Why can't you just edit some of the words and send it off to North America? Is it really that hard? And really, all you have to do, the only thing you have to do is change some of the words because, Europe and the UK's wording is a little different from America's wording and stuff, and basically take off the region lock for that game, and there you go. North America can have Xenoblade and The Last Story. I mean, but it's like they're being very stubborn about it, and I don't know why Nintendo's doing this. And I'll do a botched up quote of Reggie, and he says that Nintendo fans are some of the most passionate fans ever, and here we are being passionate, and our passion is being ignored. I mean, people want these games for the sole fact that they are core games. That whole core thing, I already talked about that, but I'm going to just go with it. But these are the core games, and Nintendo has promised that the Wii U will appeal to casual gamers and hardcore gamers. But here, now this could be just a little test of that, and they're not even doing it. I mean, it's really not that hard to localize a game, Nintendo. And I know that they think there's no market for those games here, but really they're wrong. I mean, there is so many people into anime and RPGs and JRPGs and stuff that it's pathetic. I mean, it really is. I mean, people want Xenoblade because it has some cool gameplay action. People want Pandora's Tower because it's Nintendo's new IP that no one wants to miss out on. That could be, that can be the new Fire Emblems or the new, the new something, it can become really popular in North America. And why they won't release it, I don't know. But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make him the main character, Inde, probably a character in the new Super Smash Brothers that they're gonna release, and it's gonna be the same thing as Marth. It's gonna be like, what the heck? Who's this character? Or what the heck? Why can't we have him in here, but we couldn't have the game? Come on. But there is little hope that we can hang on to is that they do the same thing as someone mentioned before as Animal Crossing. Instead of releasing it for Nintendo 64, they gave it to us on the GameCube. So they could port these games, or the companies can make them basically remaster these games for the Wii U, HDize them. I know that's not a word, but I'm gonna make it one. But that they can do that. I mean, I'll be fine with that. But really, people want these games, especially Pandora's Tower. Now, if we can't get this game, Nintendo, then screw you, because it's a new IP of yours, and people don't want to miss out on it. I mean, you can't. It's not fair to just release it in the homeland. There's a market, a big market for a game like that, and I don't think they realize it, but there is. I mean, we're not just a bunch of Mario players or Donkey Kong players or Kirby players or Sonic players. We're very diverse gamers. We like all type of genres of games, and we really want those games. Those three games. They're just three games we're asking for, and out of so many, I mean, people just want these games. And like I said, with Xenoblade and the last story, it really makes no sense why you just can't edit a few words and turn on and remove the region lock and just release it to North America, because really at that point you're just being very lazy. So people have been telling me about this, so here's my rather late response to it, and I agree with you guys. Operation Rainfall should continue, even though Nintendo has said that they have no plans to release these games. Don't give up. Keep on, petitioning. Keep on, spamming their Facebook, Twitter, YouTube account. Do all that. I mean, maybe it'll work. Maybe at least we'll get them on a Wii U, which will be actually more satisfying than getting them on the Wii, because So, comment, rate, subscribe, or like to this video, and thank you guys for watching.